Hey y'all, it's Angela here again at the Chicken Coop Homestead. We had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and we're getting started into the rest of this year of 2023. I've been a little MIA for a few months, and I wanted to kind of explain what was going on and what was happening. I know when we're missing, people think that homesteading is, we're not doing anything, but really we do keep doing things on our homestead. But the main reasons why I was kind of MIA was, number one, our house was on the Christmas tour of homes for our town. One of the groups in town does that as a fundraiser for their projects, and it's our historical landmark commission here in town. And so our home was one of the homes that was chosen to be on the Christmas tour homes. There was 4 homes this year. And this was the first year they've had it since they've missed it for 2 years because of COVID. So I was really excited about that, to be on the Christmas tour homes, but it's a lot of work. So like normally I don't start putting up Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Well, I started putting up Christmas in like October. So it was a lot of Christmas. I always go all out for Christmas, but some years I don't put up this, or some years I don't put up that. Well, when you're going to be on the Christmas tour of homes, everything has to be decorated. So we had a lot of decorating to do. We normally don't do a lot of stuff outside, and we really didn't do a lot of decorating outside, but we did do some things for outside, so I had to get that all ready. And it was just a lot of work. Lad and I are just not as young as we used to be, so it was a lot of work for us, but we enjoyed it. We loved it. The day of the event was great. We had a wonderful time. My house looked good. And then I was so excited because I thought, oh, I got all this stuff done, and the event was like December the 4th, so I had to have everything ready by December the 4th. So I thought, oh, that's going to be so awesome. I'll have all my Christmas stuff done, and then I can concentrate on shopping and spending time with my friends and going and doing some fun things and all that stuff. Nope, didn't happen. About 3 days after our Christmas tour homes, I got sick. Logan had been sick probably about 3 or 4 weeks before that. Had just a bad cough, ran a little bit of fever. It was not COVID. I was tested for COVID, but just this cough, it was just terrible. And I ended up with, when I went to the doctor, I had pneumonia. So I had pneumonia, and I had this terrible cough. And I mean, this cough lingered for about a month and a half. Like the minute I started talking, I started coughing. So obviously no real videos to be done when you're coughing. And I still kind of have some coughing a little bit lingering, but it's better all the time. But I had a really bad upper and respiratory infection, sinus infection. Didn't feel that bad, but just coughed. I coughed so much, I pulled a muscle in my side. So I had that to deal with. It was awful. Well, and then the month of December, I have always had some heart issues with my heartbeats. And so it just kind of was getting worse and worse. And so the month of December, I had gone to the doctor, and he had ordered me to be on a heart monitor for 2 weeks. So I was on the heart monitor, and I was supposed to push a button on the heart monitor every time I felt like a little flutter, or my heart getting out of beat and all that kind of stuff. And so I did that, and during that time period, I pushed the button 15 times. Okay, that's how many times I really felt like something was going on. Well, when I got the report back, even though I had pushed the button 15 times, in 2 weeks I'd had 93 episodes of my heart not beating correctly. So I went to the doctor, and he suggested, the other problem I have is that I have a very low resting heart rate, which my normal heart rate is about 55 to 60. So some of the medications that you can take for this heartbeat problem can cause your heart rate to be really low. And I have taken those in the past, but couldn't really take them because it ended up, my heartbeat was so low, I just felt like a dish rag. Like I didn't have any energy, couldn't get anything accomplished. So I've taken those medications in the past, and they just weren't for me. So I kind of just lived with it. Well, it was just happening more and more often. So, I'm not getting any younger. So when I went to the doctor, and he had reviewed all my testing and all that kind of stuff, he felt like I needed to be on a medicine. But to start that medicine, you have to go in the hospital for 4 days and be monitored when they start the medicine, because it can cause your heart to even go into a worse rhythm until it gets established that you might have to be shocked. So, not only right after kind of being diagnosed with pneumonia and beginning to get over that, I was admitted to the hospital right before Christmas for 4 days. I got out on like the 23rd, I think is when I got out of the hospital. So I was in the hospital for 4 days. So, all that extra time that I thought I would have to have a very fun and eventful and celebratory Christmas season, I really did not have. So I was in the hospital and I got out, and the medicine is working. I'm doing fine with that. But thank gosh I had done a little bit of shopping before Christmas, and then a little bit of shopping online. And then the day I got out of the hospital, my husband picked me up, and we did a little bit. We pretty much finished up shopping then that day. Though my stamina, because I was still getting over the pneumonia, my stamina wasn't that great. So, and then probably being in the hospital for 4 days, laying in a bed, didn't help my pneumonia at all either. But we had a great Christmas. We had a nice New Year. We're getting things back to normal, but it is a slow process. When you have been putting up Christmas since October, I'm still taking down Christmas. And Lad and I have been working a little bit at it every day. We still don't have Christmas all down. So that is my main thing. And I'm kind of one of these people, if my life is just kind of crazy and things aren't organized, I don't function well. So that has kind of been another thing as to me not getting videos out and stuff. It's just, I feel like everything's just so haphazard that I can't even function. I can't even focus. We're working on getting everything down, and then, after you take down all your Christmas decorations, then your house just looks so bare, So then I've got to get all my decorations put back up, my normal decorations. So it's just been a process. It's just, like I say, we're not as young as we used to be, and things that I could get done in a day kind of take me 2 days now. So it's just one of those things. So that's where we've been, but hopefully we're going to get back on track and get this new year started for 2023. We did continue, homesteading duties all through the holidays. At Thanksgiving, we had celebrated Thanksgiving with our cousins, and they cooked the turkey. I brought the carcass home, made turkey broth, got that up in the canned that. We've made some gifts for people. We made a really I used my banana bread recipe, but instead of the bananas, I exchanged cranberries and white chocolate chips for gifts. We made those for gifts, and that turned out really good. That was a good recipe. I'm going to have to remember that. And so we did that, and then we made Texas trash. And when I say Texas trash, ours is a little bit spicier. We put Tabasco in it. And so we made Texas trash for some of our friends and family members. We did that. For my Christmas tour homes, one of the little things that we did with my grandbabies is we dipped Oreos, just it was really a cute little craft for them. They took an Oreo and just dipped it down into chocolate, but only dipped it like halfway, and then they sprinkled sprinkles on it. And that was a really good, my 3-year-old little grandson did that with his mama, and they helped me get that together. So that was a cute little craft that we did. And then I made a sourdough starter. I started from scratch and made a sourdough starter, and I've been making sourdough bread, and I've actually sold some sourdough starters. So that is something for y'all that are doing homesteading. If you're interested in doing that, that might be something you could do to make a little money on the side, is to sell some sourdough starter, or make breads and sell them. I'm sure there would be lots of people that don't want to mess with that process and would love to buy, good sourdough. Oh, that is something I might could do a video on, is how I started my sourdough starter. Maybe even start another one for y'all so y'all can see the process. It's about to be gardening time, so I'm about to start my tomatoes and peppers. Usually I start my peppers first and then my tomatoes, because peppers take a long time to germinate. So usually I start my peppers first and then tomatoes. Everybody says to start your tomatoes first. I don't find that to be the case. I find that I need to start my peppers first and then my tomatoes. And it's also time to plant my onions. So that's something that we'll be working on. Because of the new year, I've kind of updated my prayer journal. Been working on that. That was one of the things I did when I was in the hospital, was I took all that stuff with me, and I'm rereading the book Fervent Prayers, and that is such a good book to get you on track and get you kind of lined out and how important prayer is over your family. If y'all are interested in that, that would be something I would love to show y'all and share with y'all. Fervent came out many years ago, but just because it's not the new latest thing doesn't mean it's not pertinent to your life and can do so many, have such an impact on your prayer life and your family. So if you're interested in that, I could do a little demo of how I'm doing that. I'm probably almost halfway through with rereading that book. So let me kind of get through that, and then I can go over that with y'all and help you, encourage y'all to set up a prayer journal. We've been thrifting. We did some thrifting. So I might do a video here over thrifting some Christmas things. Even though Christmas is over with, this is the time that you get good deals on your Christmas items. So I did some thrifting for that. Did a lot of thrifting. So just we're just trying to get back in the swing of things, get things ready and organized for 2023. And I hope y'all just follow my channel, keep up with me. We're going to get back up onto the prepared series that I'm doing. We're going to start working on that again. So just y'all stay with this, join us on this little journey, and for the new year, follow us on the Chicken Coop Homestead. So thanks for visiting with me, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.